Alright, good morning. We're on our way to go and buy a beater because I, as usual, no longer have any cars that work properly. So we're gonna go see a Toyota Corolla because that should be pretty bulletproof and just do the daily job. We're all packed into the ute at the moment.
The ute, it's the only practical car any of us own. So
Aaron has 2 seats, Jack has
three.
How many more do you need?
It's all cozy.
So then we'll get this Corolla, we'll have a car with 5 seats. I've got my partner's MX-5, which 2 seats, and that's currently got some nasty knocking issues, so we gotta figure out exactly if that's gonna be the manifold or if it's got some rod knot. I did take it to the track a couple of weeks ago and it accelerated some wear on it.
How'd you go, man?
Yeah, good. I took it easy and then I went a bit harder.
How stoked?
And then my Beamer is leaking oil like a sieve, so a Toyota seems like a
Good option.
a reasonable alternative.
We had good luck with the current, so
We did have good luck with the
probably
Current.
you should just
My
keep
first
that.
car was a Toyota Cressida, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
it's quite
I need a gear.
yeah,
Oh,
we,
shit.
need a gear. We haven't got quite enough room for the gears.
I would like to say that this is the first time that I've driven column shift.
Yeah.
So
Not the first time that you've shifted for
Third.
someone else, though. Oh,
This lane end.
I'm too focused on if Aaron's got me in gear or not.
yeah, don't worry. I'll tell you when I'm not in gear.
Alright, just cruising, man.
We're good?
How's this?
We're in gear?
Yeah, lounging. Just
dream.
comfy as, bro.
How good?
I would love to just like see us driving past.
Yeah.
Another car there will probably like what the
Three dudes in the
3 dudes, me with my arm around both of you.
Yeah.
And you can see it from the back as well because it's the window. Quite roomy though.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, I got leg space. Aaron's got
Yeah,
half a leg,
well,
half,
yeah,
half
yeah.
a leg space.
Yeah, I'm
Just
pretty
some
good.
leg shots.
If it was floor mounted shift, it would be a bit screwed.
It would be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You'd not be shifting in between his legs.
I'll be getting all sorts of action.
Must still go
Imagine
straight.
that.
That would be fun.
Neutral.
We need to do that.
You got it. You got it. You're in.
Sweet. Oh, need to get.
Oh.
Yes, dude. That's it.
It's so like. Oh, where were you?
Yeah. See what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't bang gears, it's just
No.
way too notchy. I'll chuck it first then,
Oh,
mate.
yeah. Here's the new daily. So, why did I need a new daily, you may be asking? Well, Exhibit A. And Exhibit B is my partner's car is currently having some issues in terms of worn bearings. So I didn't want to put too much strain on that until I could get around to doing that. So because of that, and because I sold my last daily, I found myself without a car, and I bought this. I went with this particular Corolla because I looked on Facebook Marketplace and Trade Me, and this was one of the cheapest cars with WAF, with reg, manual, and it was just really clean. It was on a list of about 3 cars. It was the first one we went to look at. We walked up to the place. We didn't unfortunately take videos because it was an older couple and we didn't want to intrude on their privacy. But he opens the garage and this car just, it looked immaculate. So I've paid $1,600 for the car, and for an older Corolla of this model, which isn't really anything special, was quite a good price. It's not a $400 Current by any means, but for what I got out of this car, and that it's just going to run and drive, is awesome. I've always liked little hatchbacks. I like shitty old cars that will just run forever. I like this era of car. Between Toyota Corollas and Honda Civics, they're probably hands down my favorite cars. Not because they're exciting, not because they're fast, but because they're incredibly reliable, they run, they're cheap to service, and that just does it for me. My last crappy runabout was in 1989 EF Civic with almost 400,000 Ks, and that just did me so well that I actually went to try and get another one to replace it as a new daily, but the prices on them have gone a bit nuts. Whereas the EF Civic, the Toyota Corollas are still pretty cheap because, of course, they haven't got that Honda. If you want to put them,
The Honda Tax.
the Honda tax, but yeah, look, the paint. This has 272,000 Ks on it, which is a lot, but it has full service history from 1994 when this car was sold NZ new. As well as that, the guy had done heaps of servicing at a workshop I'm very familiar with that we don't use for work, but our work uses a company right next to them, so I'm familiar with the workshop that's there. And it had heaps of servicing done, like all of the CV joints had recently been done. It had a service. He'd just done a lot of work on it, and it was in really good condition. For a car from 1994, the interior is just really clean. So if you come and have a look, the dash isn't cracked. There's no stains on the seats. All the buttons are nice. It was really, really well kept, and it smelt clean, which was insane. It was one of the first things we noticed. It just had this very clean smell, which said to us this person is taking care of their car. They took pride in their car. The paint is nice. It hasn't got any. It's got shopping trolley dings on it, but it's for the most part the paint's quite good. Stone chips, things like that.
And he actually groomed the car before selling it, which was
means a lot.
quite refreshing to us because every car we buy is dirty as hell,
Yeah.
has the fuel lights on,
Yeah.
all that sort of jazz.
So, even if we come back here, all very exciting. Everything that came from this car from brand new is here. And so even though it has a lot of Ks, just to get a car that is this complete for the money and runs so well, full service schedule, and just heaps and heaps of receipts, that did it for me. Sold the car. So
Plans?
drive like a grandma. Drive it into the ground, but not actually. Just take care of it. Keep it nice. I won't ever, I won't hoon the car. I don't plan to track it. Don't plan to skid it. The piece de resistance. It's a Toyota 4A. Are you ready?
Effie.
It would have been cool to have the FX GT Corolla with the 4AG, but unfortunately not a reasonable price range for what I was looking for. I wanted to be like under 2K. FX GTs are for clean ones between 3 and 6. The range was really all over the place, but there it is in all its glory. All I think like 105 horsepowers.
Get you going, mate.
Yeah, man.